Hello everyone, how are you today? I do hope that you are fine and you stay healthy, okay? Today we are going to have pretest, but before you have your pretest, especially reading the pretest, I'll explain or I'll tell you some information about it, especially for IELTS. So it contains one overview, that is academic reading, because we have two types of IELTS, academic and general one. So we will discuss academic reading. And then second is types of questions. So academic reading here, the allocation time is 60 minutes. So you have an hour to complete this pretest. And the number of questions is 40. The test contains 3 passages and it becomes progressively more difficult. So it means that the first passage is the easiest of all and the second passage is more difficult than the first and the third is the most difficult one. So each passage consists of 11 to 13 questions. And passages are taken from journals, magazines, newspapers, books, which may include diagram, graph, or illustration. So we have question types here. We have some types here, and the green one here, those types are almost the same like those you find in listening tests. So we have multiple choice, short answer questions, classification, matching headings with paragraphs or sections of the text, completing notes, sentences, tables, summary, diagram or flowchart, matching lists or phrases, locating information with paragraphs, true or false or not given, yes or no or not given. So because the green one here, you find it in listening tests, so I will focus more on classification, locating information with paragraphs, and true or false or not given, or yes or no or not given. So here are some examples of the types of questions. So the first one is classification. So according to the information, when were the following made? So we have A, B, C, D here, and then you have the number, for example, number 1, number 2, number 3. So you have to classify, okay? So for example, number 1 here, perhaps an advance in biology based on category principles. We can write down, for example, C, okay, the second half of the 20th century, or D, the 21st century. Okay, so we have to classify it. When you have the answer, please write down only A, B, C, or D. It means that you have to write down only. Okay, you don't need to write down this. Write down the words. Your answer will be considered as an incorrect answer. So the second type is locating information with paragraphs. So the passage contains 6 paragraphs and each paragraph will be given a letter. So for example, first paragraph A, second paragraph B, third paragraph C, and etc. So we have A to F. And then the question, which paragraph contains the following information? You may use any one. So it means that you will not only write A, perhaps A and C, A, C, or only F, Okay, so you have to rate it first. Examples of bacteria that are no longer killed by modern antibiotics drugs, for example. And then you have to go back again to what is the text and then find it whether the information is provided in the first paragraph, which is A, or second paragraph, which is B, and etc. Okay, we move to true, false, or not given. Sometimes it will be easy for us if we only have two options, true or false, right? But when we have true or false or not given, then it will be challenging. So this is the example of the question. Do the following statements agree with the information in the passage? Write true if the statement agrees with the information. Write false if the statement contradicts the information. And write not given if there is no information on this. So you have to only write true, false, or not given. Please pay attention that you will write down the word true, not only the letter T, okay? And false, write down the word false, okay? Not F, okay? And not given. So, for example, number one, digital libraries could have a more professional image than the internet. So, if this information is the result of paraphrasing from the information and it is similar to the passage, so you can say that yes, it's true. But if this statement contradicts to the information in the passage, so you will write down false. If there is no information on this, so you can write down not given. Okay, we move to yes or no or not given. So this is the example. Do the following statements agree with the claims of the writer? Okay, so write yes, no, or not given. When the answer is yes, it means that the statement agrees with the claims of the writer. If no, this fixes the claims of the writer, and it is impossible to say what the writer thinks about this. So, for example, this one, number one, okay, if is a statement agrees with the claims of the writer, so you will write down yes. If contradicts, you write down no. And then, well, I think, it's impossible. The writer thinks about it, so you can write not given. So please pay attention, okay, for these bullets here. The first is read the instruction carefully, okay. So for example, if you have to choose an option, so you have to write down A or B or C, okay? If you have to complete a sentence and you have to write down only one word, so please make sure that you only write down one